Hello, my blessed soul. Um, this video is for those of you who have been sending me emails with the title Healing Pot of Love. Spirit came to me very insistently and telling me to speak to you guys. They want to say something to you, and they wanted my table to be all white, as you can see here, and my healing, our healing pot of love crystal is here in the room. I'll just show you. It's right over there in the corner. Can you see it? It looks very small from here, but the energy in the room right now is pretty huge and very strong. So first of all, I'm hearing Spirit say, good work, you guys. And they have been by your side, even though sometimes you moved on, or you just didn't think about your letter to me anymore, but they just want to come in and clarify that the journey that you're on is beautiful and is still going strong, and I'm hearing they're very proud of you. So I'm speaking on behalf of your guides and my own guides and the overall spirit, universal energy, the love angels. Today they wanted me to just pull cards from this one deck, Universal Love Healing Oracle cards by Tony Carmine Salerno. And of course I always do what spirits say. So these cards are actually messages for you, those of you who have been longing for your twin flame or your soulmate, or whatever it was to you, but something that really made you look at yourself even more than before, and make some changes in your life. So let's get moving, Spirit says. No more talking. So the first two cards, Spirit tells me to pull first. We have physical body, and then we have listening. All right, let's talk about those cards here. Okay, so you guys, I'm trying to hear what Spirit says. All right, so give me time, because I want this to be resonating as strongly as it can to each of you. So physical body, yeah. The first thing I'm hearing is just your body is a beautiful temple, and it's not forever, but it holds you right now. And you've been feeling it in a physical sense. Many of you might have been feeling more tired, more stressed, more emotional, and a little tired of being inside of this physical instrument, Spirit says. So even though you know that there is no way out, this body of yours is something that has to carry you as long as you are here. So, but you've been having, some of you have been having trouble just getting along with the earthly sense of you. So right now there is a healing happening for your body, and Spirit is asking me to tell you to view your body as a temple, a beautiful light temple. Honor this temple. Honor the beauty that you are. And also, I'm hearing that something in this relationship you've been having has made you look at your body in a different way. Trying to maybe lose weight or look better, or just think of yourself in another way, and accepting yourself on a larger scale. So keep that in your heart and in your mind. Don't lose that. Some of you, Spirit has been wanting you to look at yourself in the mirror and just loving what you see. Really just loving yourself. Loving your stomach, loving your breast, loving your face, and just all of it. And because whenever you look at yourself and your body and speak down to yourself, it will send a message to all the cells in your body, and that's how you obtain a chronic illness or something like that. So, or you just feel more tired, more abused. I'm hearing Spirit say. So don't let anybody control how you view yourself, but love yourself. You are beautiful the way you are. You're beautiful the way you look, Spirit says. And if you can if you can speak to yourself like 20 years ago, having those thoughts about, pulling yourself down, your physical, the view of yourself, if you were pulling yourself down then, what would you say to yourself now? Okay, Spirit says some of you are longing to look like you did, used to, but yeah, you're a human being, and every single part of you is beautiful. Every single part of you is beautiful. So moving on from that, you guys, tell yourself, your inner child, your younger self, you're beautiful. You're beautiful because that is the person that controls the view of yourself now. Actually, if you were taught to love yourself back then, you would still know how to love yourself now. So that's what they want to say about that. Love yourself and forgive yourself for being tired, because you're going through a huge change eternally and spiritually. So, and the next card is listening. Listening. Yeah, And that is a part of that spiritual change you're going through. Your guides are actually sending you teachings constantly, I'm hearing. And especially while you're sleeping in your dreams, you might have had some dreams that you should take a better look at. Maybe you should get a journal and write them down in the middle of the night if you wake up and you're like, oh shit, I had a nightmare or something. So Spirit really wants to tell you that they're around you all the time. They're helping you, guiding you about the choices that you have been had put in front of you, Spirit says. So, and how can we best do that? Listen by being quiet, by being quiet. So, yeah, this beautiful email you have sent me about your relationships, it's just a huge part of a journey, your journey to get out of a state of an old paradigm and come into a new one where you love yourself even more than before. Love your body, love yourself, love your heart and your soul, accept yourself the way you are. And Spirit's saying, we're trying to tell you that all the time. So try and listen to those good messages or signs, and try to take a look at what good things you already have accumulated in your life. Start looking at them in a more positive light, instead of not seeing that you actually were able to get there already in so many situations or relationships or relations around you. So, okay, the next two cards Spirits wants me to pull. Yeah, a birth. Yeah, I'm hearing rebirth instantly. That's what you have been doing. You really have been through a lesson, like a life lesson, Spirit says. It's really, and it's been a hard journey for so many of you, but in the end, it has always only been about you and your journey, not about the other person. This other person that you have been focusing on constantly, for some of you obsessing about for a long, long time, do you see that it never really had anything to do with them? And their actions, their feelings about you, their muting you, separating themselves from you, it really had to do with a huge soul lesson for your soul to come into yourself. And your higher self right now is pulling in and saying to you, I just wanted to get your attention. I really wanted to get your attention. And right now, actually, I'm feeling like Spirit going right through me. I have goosebumps everywhere. I don't know if you can see it, but so yeah, your higher self, you guys really wanted to get in touch with you. All right. So the next card here is fear. Yeah, because you were rolled up in fear. So many of your choices, so many of your life choices and actions were built on fear. All right. So That's what spirits want you to know. And I'm sorry, I have this beautiful new shell heart, and it's just taking up all the space. Anyway, back to your fear. We all have fear. Everybody in this society has fear. This society is based on fear, you guys. So that's not a terrible thing, because we all have fear. And in many ways, that's why we're here on earth, because that fear, it comes from the ego. It comes from the subconscious patterns that has been obtained through our childhood and coming through from past lives, and stuff like that. And it all has the purpose to lift our frequency and get closer to our higher selves. And through that learning process, when our own frequency rises, the rest of the universe's frequency rises. So Spirit's saying to you, stop being afraid. Those words just came out of my mouth like really clear. Stop being afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. Like, if you stand in the sun and you look behind you, you see your own shadow. But it's nothing else than that. It really isn't more than a shadow of light. All right, so don't be afraid of it. And all of those shadows, they lay inside of your cells, in your heart, in your solar plexus, and makes you scared of things, or makes you scared of actions, or just becoming who you actually were meant to become, coming into this world. Because coming into this world, my dear, you were meant for greatness. You were meant to change this world. You were perfect. You were joyful. You were happy. And then life happened. Yeah. So Spirit wants you to get back to that first cell that you were, right there in your mommy's stomach, and when you were just one cell. That was the cell of light, Spirit says. It was a cell of light. And try and come back to that cell. Try and lay there in your mother's womb. Because that womb is the same as Gaia's womb, the Mother Earth womb. So, and you were pure spirit in your soul back then. Pure spirit, you were perfect. You were gorgeous. You were complete. You were pure love, pure light. So, and imagine how that first cell separated itself. So there were 2, and then there were 3, and there were 4, and that's how you became a human being. But that first human being was full of light, and those cells are still within you, all right? You're still light, my dear. You're still love. You're still perfect. You're a blessing to this world, all right? So, fear was something you were taught. You were taught to be afraid, but that was just an illusion. that was not real. Just like when you watch your own shadow, whenever you take a step to the side, it's gone or it moves, all right? So, yeah. And you know that when you bring a candle into a very, very dark room, it lights the entire room. Darkness does not have the same power as light. So you become that light again because it already exists inside you, spirits say. So, well, the next cards here, here we have transience. Exactly. Because this journey has pushed you to transcend and to come fully into being that light worker that you really truly are and always have been. Okay? That light you have inside. So bring it forth. And okay, and the next card, Spirit says meditation. Yeah, sit down and meditate with your light. Bring it forth within you and become friends with your light. Become friends with yourself. Become friends with your body and know that every single one of you, every single person that comes into this world have their very own purpose. Because none of us are the same. That's what makes you worthy of being here. So worthy. So purposeful. It's important that you're here. So Spirit says, don't let a relationship, a situation that include other people control you. You are in control of yourself because you own that light. Nobody else owns that perfect light that became you in this world. So get out there and show everybody your light now. It's time, okay? And if someone hurts you, tell them off and say, no, don't do that to me. Or just set up a boundary. When people want you to stay in a certain place that just not makes you happy anymore. So take care of your own happiness. Okay, my dear? What else, Spirit? Last card, answered prayer. All right. And then you will have your answered prayer. Okay? Spirit say, don't try to steer the direction of how that prayer is answered, about who or what or where or when. Just know that you have been doing such a huge job, and it's still going on, and so much of it will come to bloom in the next year, the next month and the next year, because you have been seeding so many beautiful manifestations already, and teachings you have learned. So take a break, lay back, and know that from now on it's easy. It's easy. You don't have to struggle anymore. You don't have to pull your hair. You don't have to just cry anymore, be angry anymore. So align with the light that already exists inside of you. And that's an easy job, spirits say. It's calm, it's peaceful, it's easy. And let that be your manifestation from here on, that your life is easy. It can be easy, okay? So walk this earth in meditation. Because meditating doesn't have to take a certain amount of time. You don't have to cross your legs or do something with your hands or anything. Just set the manifestation that I am living a life in meditation. And my life is easy, and I don't have to control the outcome of situations. I don't have to control another human being. I just have to take it day by day and love myself. Because when you love yourself, you love God. You're actually just loving God. Because God is who you are. God is where you came from. That cell was God's cell. God's cell. So, yeah, love yourself. And once you love yourself, what you send out into the universe, it will come back to you when the timing is right, when when the energy is ready, okay? So don't try to rush it. Sometimes when you try to rush something, you actually create a blockage because the energy doesn't want to be blocked or rushed. The energy wants smoothness, you know? But you know how when you really, really, really want something, you can almost block it just by wanting it so much. So let the energy run free, Spirit says. And you do that when you just sit and love God. All right, that was all for now, you guys. I'm sending you all my love. And I'm still sending healing to the healing pot of love. So that was just an update right here. I'll see you later. All right. Take care.